Our next guest is a multi-platinum selling recording artist who also likes to cook. His new series, Dinner with Gavin Rossdale, starts next Thursday on Vizio's Watch Free Plus. Please welcome Gavin Rossdale.
Thanks for having me.
You know, it's funny. I think most cooks want to be rock stars, and you've somehow gone in the opposite way.
Yeah, it's a funny. Well, I haven't stopped being in music. You know what I mean?
You're not. Yes.
Brand new record coming, but yeah, I wanted to stay home. Figure out a way to stay home, be with my boys more, and so as opposed to always going away, I thought if I just kind of cook for someone, have them over for dinner, film it with 6 cameras. And they're interesting people. Could be fun, you know?
You have famous people will come. Is
Yes.
this at your house, do you do
It's
this?
at my house, yeah.
At your house?
I did one in New York. I did one in New York just for fun.
Gotcha.
We couldn't, I did Brooke Shields in New York. And that was so much fun.
What'd you make for Brooke?
I made her I think a Hainanese chicken.
Okay.
I made her yeah, that's a good question.
Hainanese
Basque cheesecake. Very nice Basque cheesecake.
And do you ask them what they want you to make for them, or do you pick the things?
You know, we're learning as we go.
Okay.
We're learning as we go, I've got to be honest. And so when we began, it was like, okay, ask them what they like. So get a list. So for Serena, it was chicken.
Serena Williams.
Serena Williams
okay.
was chicken, tacos, healthy, and dessert.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, so I made this kind of deconstructed taco and a tomato salad. Then she goes to me, the only thing I don't like, on the way through to the next set, she goes, the only thing I don't like is tomatoes and avocado. I was like, kill me. But,
so, she actually said tomato like that in that way?
I felt weird. It was a bit of a crossroads, I got to say. I didn't know what to do at that moment. I was like, what do I do? It was a crossroads.
And do they eat everything? Do you watch them to see how they're liking the stuff?
No, I don't like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like to make food for people that's the secondary thing. The main thing is about finding out about them. They're super inspiring. I have like Serena Williams, Brooke Shields, Selma Blair, Sir Tom Jones.
Tom Jones, yeah.
Common and Jack McBrayer, the one and only.
Jack McBrayer, very funny guy. Did you? Who was the most difficult eater of that group?
Well, I think that maybe Common, because he had a really long list, is super specific, and last minute we got it, and he said like no fried food, and we had like a tempura mushroom from him because he said he's a vegan. So it was like, and then he said no rice, and we had a big rice dish, so it was like quinoa. No one really wants quinoa, really.
I would have just given him
Nobody wants quinoa.
I would have given Common an empty bowl and said, listen, this is what you get. You like nothing, you get nothing. Are your kids picky eaters?
They're really, you know what I mean? I think it's probably like with your family, they get that benefit of really good meals.
My kids eat nothing.
Nothing.
Drives me insane.
So they're a little tricky, and I try to make cool stuff for them to go to school with. And I like a restaurant, you know, when they come home, I check the bags to see, did they eat the steak, did they eat the chicken? And I'm looking in one box, and I say, why don't you eat this? And my boy goes to me, Dad, nobody eats crudités at school.
Oh, you gave them crudités?
Well, yeah, you know, it's like healthy stuff.
Yeah, no, nothing that you go like this. They won't eat anything where you go like this.
I found that out.
Yeah.
Took it off the menu.
Well, you have found things. I do want to ask you off the air what things they will eat, because we just go crazy trying to find things for our children to eat.
Bulgogi.
What did you cook like for the band on the tour bus or anything like that?
There was a time when the caterer didn't show up. We have some food trucks that come on the road. You know, wherever we are in the city, you get like a cool food truck. It's a nice thing for everyone to do after the show, all the bands. And there was one show where we didn't have someone that couldn't show up. So my tour manager, Yvette, her boyfriend is the chef. So he got in the kitchen and I had to sous chef. You know, I love that. And it was the cooking for all the bands, all the crew. It was pretty good fun.
You've been all over. You've been to almost every city in the world, right?
I know.
And what's the best meal you had on the road?
Well, there's so many, but I think the one that sticks out was having kind of lunch in Buenos Aires with Bowie and Iman, and going out with that, and that was Mike Garson, who is incredible. So that was a feeling of like, wow,
How
Things are
long
going
ago
well.
was that?
Things are going well.
Yeah, right. To have lunch with David Bowie. Is he like your guy?
Yeah, he was amazing. So,
Yeah,
so it was
yeah.
a lot of fun.
What did David order for lunch?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Was it
I was too in awe. I was drinking
Hainanese
wine.
chicken? Does he
It was
like
not.
tomatoes?
Well, he's English, so they would be tomatoes to him.
Is it true that you keep your guitars in your wine cellar?
Yeah, I did have a bad experience with a great guitar of mine that I bought actually from Joe Walsh.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's a really famous guitar. I played all of 16 Stone, my first record on it, so it's a really major guitar. Apparently he played Hotel California on it, right? So one time I was up in the studio, my old studio, and you know, the air conditioning broke or something, and it came up and it looked like a spaghetti noodle, the neck. So I had to go back to Fender, they had to bake it. They had to bake it in a thing, like a stent or whatever.
More cooking.
And always cooking. And so now I keep all the guitars that mean a lot to me in the wine cooler.
Because
So
the humidity
same
is-
temperature. No, it's
is-
the same temperature, consistent temperature.
I see, I see. Now you mentioned at the top you have a new album coming out with Bush.
Yes.
When is that? When does that come out?
That's coming out just later in the year. I think it's all done. We're mixing it now. It's called I Beat Loneliness.
You beat loneliness.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly.
I beat loneliness. All right, I like the title.
Yeah.
Well, it's very good to see you.
Thank you so much for having
next
me.
time, maybe you'll bring me some food.
You know, I'm so happy to be here. I've sung on the show so many times,
You have,
right?
yeah.
But never made it to this point, so I'm so happy to be here.
Well, you know what? Starts on the stage, then chair. Next time you be on my lap.
There you go.
Gavin Rossdale, everybody. Dinner with Gavin Rossdale premieres next Thursday on Vizio's Watch Free Plus. We'll be back with Abraham Alexander and Adrian Casada. Oh my God, I can't believe it. We have 20 million subscribers on YouTube.
Unbelievable.
I only wish we got paid for this. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Help us get to 50 million, please. It's an emergency.